Far up in the Alaskan tundra, where the snow sparkled like tiny diamonds and the mountains touched the clouds, there lived a wolverine named Wesley. He had thick, fluffy fur to keep him warm, strong paws to travel over the snow, and bright eyes that loved to watch the northern lights dance across the sky. Wesley was proud to live in such a beautiful place. Every day, he explored the wide, open land, hopping over frozen streams, climbing rocky hills, and racing through the tall snowdrifts. No matter how far he wandered, he always came back to his favorite spot, a cozy den near a grove of evergreens. One bright morning, Wesley found his friend, Persephone the ptarmigan, looking sad. "What's wrong, Persephone?" Wesley asked kindly. Persephone sighed. "I wish I lived somewhere else," she said softly. "Somewhere warmer, where the snow doesn't fall so much." Wesley tilted his head. He had never thought of leaving. "But the tundra is our home," he said. "There's so much to love here." Persephone fluttered her wings. "Like what?" Wesley smiled. "Come with me. I'll show you." First, Wesley led Persephone to the top of a snowy hill, where they could see for miles and miles. The mountains stood tall and strong in the distance, and the sky was painted with soft blues and purples. "Look how big and beautiful our land is," Wesley said proudly. "It's ours to care for and protect." Next, Wesley took Persephone to a quiet stream, where icy water bubbled gently beneath the snow. They watched a family of otters sliding on the ice and laughing together. "Our home is full of life," Wesley said, "and everyone works together to help each other." Finally, Wesley and Persephone sat by their favorite evergreen tree as the sun set behind the mountains. The sky turned pink and gold, and the stars began to twinkle. "Even when it's cold," Wesley said, "our home shines with beauty." Persephone smiled at last. "I guess I didn't see all the wonderful things before," she said. "Thank you for showing me." Wesley nodded. "It's important to love where you're from. Our home is part of who we are. We take care of it, and it takes care of us." From that day on, Persephone felt proud of the Alaskan tundra. She helped Wesley keep it clean, safe, and beautiful. And every night, they looked up at the northern lights and felt happy knowing they belonged to such a special place. And Wesley, he kept loving his home, exploring its wonders, and standing tall for the land he called his own. The end. High in the Alaskan tundra, under a sky filled with soft, glowing stars, Wesley the Wolverine stretched his strong legs and looked out over the wide, snowy plains. He loved his home. The mountains stood tall and proud. The rivers sparkled like silver ribbons, and the northern lights danced like magic across the sky. One warm summer day, Wesley had an idea. "Let's have a celebration," he said to his friend Persephone the ptarmigan. "A special day to show how much we love our home." Persephone fluttered her wings excitedly. "What kind of celebration?" she asked. "A day where everyone comes together," Wesley explained, "to be thankful for our land and all it gives us. We can share food, sing songs, and have fun under the stars." Soon, the animals of the tundra were buzzing with excitement. The caribou brought sweet grasses to share. The hares gathered wild berries. The owls and foxes offered stories of their families and their ancestors who had lived in the tundra long ago. Wesley worked hard to decorate their gathering place with pine cones and bright flowers. Persephone helped him string little pieces of colorful cloth between the trees. It looked cheerful and welcoming. As the sun slowly dipped behind the mountains and the sky turned deep blue, the animals gathered together. Wesley stood proudly in front of them. "This is our home," he said. "We are lucky to live in such a beautiful place. The rivers, the hills, the skies, all of it is part of us, and we all work together to care for it." The animals nodded and cheered softly. They shared stories about their favorite places, the high cliffs where eagles soared, the meadows where the wildflowers grew, and the quiet forests where they found peace. After the stories, they sang songs together. Wesley's deep voice rumbled like thunder, while Persephone's song was light and sweet. They laughed, danced, and shared their food until the stars filled the sky. Then the most wonderful thing happened. The northern lights shimmered and waved across the dark sky in colors of green, purple, and pink. "It's like the sky is celebrating with us," Persephone whispered. Wesley smiled. "It's a reminder of how special our home is," he said, "and how lucky we are to be part of it." From that day on, Wesley and his friends made their celebration an annual tradition. Each year, they gathered to show their love for their home and give thanks for all it gave them. And every night, Wesley looked out over the tundra and felt proud of his land, his friends, and the place he would always call home. The end. In the wide, wild tundra of Alaska, Wesley the Wolverine stood proudly on his favorite rocky hill. The summer breeze ruffled his thick fur as he looked out over his beautiful home. Rolling meadows dotted with wildflowers, silver rivers winding through the land, and tall mountains that stood strong and steady. Wesley loved his home more than anything. He loved the crisp air, the open spaces, and the quiet nights when the stars sparkled like tiny lanterns. To Wesley, there was no place more special. One bright afternoon, Wesley padded down to the river for a drink. Nearby, he heard two visiting birds talking. They had flown in from far away and were chirping softly to each other. "It's so cold here," said one bird. "And empty," said the other. "I don't know why anyone would want to live in a place like this." Wesley's ears twitched. His heart gave a small, sad thump. He knew they didn't mean to hurt anyone's feelings, but it still made him feel heavy inside to hear someone speak unkindly about his home. For a moment, Wesley was quiet. Then he took a deep breath and walked over to the birds. "I heard what you said," Wesley began gently. "And it's true, the tundra can be cold, and there's a lot of open space. But there is also so much beauty and strength here." The birds turned to listen, curious. "This land has cared for me and my family for as long as I can remember," Wesley continued. "The cold winds make us strong. The wide spaces give us room to explore. The quiet nights teach us to listen. This is my home, and I love it for everything it is." Just then, Persephone the ptarmigan fluttered down beside Wesley. "And we work hard to take care of it, just like it takes care of us," she said. The birds glanced around. They noticed the glimmer of the river, the bright wildflowers, and the green glow of the northern lights beginning to appear in the sky. "We didn't think of it that way," one of them said softly. "It is a special place," said the other. Wesley smiled. "Every home has its own beauty, and no matter what anyone says, we can stand tall and be proud of where we come from." That evening, Wesley and his friends gathered together. They shared stories, sang songs, and celebrated their home beneath the dancing lights in the sky. And Wesley? He sat quietly for a moment, feeling proud. Because loving your home means standing up for it, even when others don't understand. The end.